In a world full of noise, two giants decide to speak. Devin Dubuc, 6'4", John Hinks Jr., 6'8". Standing tall, thinking bigger. Real stories, real strategies. No fluff, no filter. From the trenches to the top, this is where mortgage pros come to grow. Because when giants talk, you listen. Listen up, guys, because we're in the house. You got Devin Dubuc.
John Hinks.
And, man, we're super excited to be bringing this show. We've been talking about it for a while now, and it's happening, man. It's live.
It is very live, to be honest with you. Like freaking out, getting on and stuff like that. I'm like, Devin, I'm not good at this. But here we are.
The silly guy that likes to dance on TikTok is afraid to go live on the internet, man. Come on, brother. You got this.
You can rehearse on TikTok. You can make you can do like 18 different takes, and then you're like, oh, that one doesn't make my butt look big. This is perfect. Let's do it.
Well, you're sitting down today, so I think you're good. I think
exactly. Yes.
You're good. That's it. Yeah, from here up, right? And what's funny, and I hear this all the time because a lot of people, they'll see me do stuff on video, and then they meet me in person, and they're like, you're way taller than you look on video. And John, like, I'm 6'4". Like,
yeah. It's always a trip to see people that meet me for the first time, and they're like, whoa. And I'm like, all right, calm down a little bit, man. Calm down. It's all good. I'm not going to eat you.
No ogre here. I'm not an ogre, right? Well, and that's what's funny. That's why we call it the Mortgage Giants, right? Two larger than life guys with larger than life personalities, and we both have a lot of experience in the mortgage industry. I've been doing this for 23 years. John, how long have you been in?
Same time, 2020. Well, my dad started in 83, so I grew up in it, but personally, professionally, full-time, 2004, I guess. So 22 years. Yeah, you've been a little bit longer than me. Yeah.
Just a little bit. What's funny is we're like a few days apart in age. Like
like a few days. Like you're October, I think 9th. You're 5 days older than me.
Yeah, October 9th. Yeah.
Yeah, the 9th. You're 5 days older than me.
Yeah, so two different parts of the United States, but
I think that week when we were both born, the earth kind of tilted a little bit.
I think it did.
And they're like, all right, hold on, spread this out a little bit.
There was something in the water in 76.
That's yeah, uranium.
Oh man, yeah. So anyhow, so here we are, man. Yeah. We're live, and we're going to be bringing all kinds of really cool secrets and things that have been working, in the industry. And what's cool is, John, we just got back from a major event. We're at the MortgageCon event down in South Florida, and again, always looking to level up. But one of the things that I thought we could cover today, because this is a topic that you know a ton about, is cageless, right? So I'd love to ask, just right, what is cageless, man? Tell me what cageless is.
Oh, so many things. It originally started out like 2022 was that weird year, right? Where we went from these crazy low rates, and then all of a sudden we saw a snowball, that nasty 8% or whatever it was. And it's like the water just turned off. And I guess I've been in it long enough. I just knew we had to shift and change. And the word that year was pivot, which a couple of tall guys that I guess we played basketball or something, but pivot.
Yeah.
So my pivoting move was all the marketing strategies I had learned from the past. I knew were going to be obsolete and not going to be working anymore. So I had to teach myself, how to get back out there. And so I had this crazy notion in my mind. Well, I'm going to learn from others, and then I'm going to put it back out there. But I didn't have a kickoff start. I didn't have a way to really kind of get it going. But I wanted to create a workshop to meet other people and get other ideas. And I think that idea was in my brain just for a little bit. And then if I really wanted to truly get out there and reinvent the wheel for loan officers, which is what my mission is to reinvent the wheel from loan officers, I needed to bring a marketing expert along with me and a branding expert. So I befriended a real estate agent at the time and she helped me kick it off. So she is a co-founder of Cageless with me. And Cageless it's a workshop at the moment. It's going to grow. It's going to get bigger. We have big dreams for it, Devin. You're a part of it. My brother just made this cool sign for me for the podcast today.
I like it. I thought that was new, man. I was looking. I was like, John's got a new backdrop, man.
I got a new backdrop for the Mortgage Giants, and so I said it this morning to Zeddy. I feel like for 20 or almost 20 years in this industry, I was always chasing.
Yeah.
And I was not being who I was, and I was trying something else to someone else. And it just got to be to a point where it was exhausting and it was depressing. Yeah. And I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to build a business based around me, and I didn't know how to do it. I've been in the business forever, and I didn't know how to do it. So she helped.
I don't think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people are lost, and that's one of the reasons we started the podcast.
And that's one of the reasons why I started Cageless. And now the two coming together is going to be something really special to help people out there and figure out what it is that they love doing, figure out what makes them them, and then we go after it.
I love it. Well, we got a comment. Jessica Ortega says hi. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica.
Great to meet you virtually.
Yeah,
and by the way, we are live. Yeah, so
I forget this is live. It's so bananas.
So if anybody has a question or wants to ask anything of John or myself, don't hesitate. Really, this is truly a live show. So we're right here with you today. But so we start Cageless because we're looking for answers, and you've got an amazing partner. I got a chance to spend some time with her down in Orlando. Zeddy Briggs, who I'm pretty sure she may be hiding around there in the background somewhere, right?
She snuck away for a little bit to make sure I didn't feel stressed out.
I love it, man. I love it.
She helped me get set up and all that stuff. But yeah.
So we started. So what is it about, man? Like how are we helping people? How are we getting?
It's a 4-step process, man. Number one, let's go through a quick glimpse of this, man. Number one. Who are we? I mean, where are we? Where are we in our business? Track our numbers. Who are we? Do we know in the mortgage business? Do we know who we're doing business with right now? And do we know who we think we're doing business with right now, but we're really not? And then basically it moves into the second phase of trying to figure out who we are and who should we do business with. Because we want to attract people that are like us, and we want to lean into people that it's live. We have a no asshole policy. Sorry for the language, but we have a no asshole policy.
I got a button for
that's fine. And who do we want to do business with? And so discovering who we are is the best way to describe number 2, the second phase. So now we've figured out where are we right now, and then we go into who are we and who do we want to work with and how do we dig deep into those relationships, and then we go into the marketing aspect. And that's kind of the fun part. We give little nuggets, different things that we're doing in marketing right now that people may not think of, but we're using those things from step number 2 to really help build ideas. Right. So like step number 2 might be, let's discover who you are. For one instance, we do this real estate agents.
Yeah.
We have an agent and love her dearly, but she didn't know who she was. Right. She thought she was a mom, and that was it. It's all she thought she was a mom. Right. Turns out she loves dancing. She is a veteran.
That's
she
awesome.
loves cooking. And several other different things about her. And she didn't really discover those things about herself until people that loved her talked to her and said, hey, these are the things we know about you. We don't identify you as just a mom. We identify you as these things. So how do we take those things, especially like ding, 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 a veteran?
Yeah.
Right. How do we take these things and use that to create a level of attraction? Right. So, and it changed her life. It changed her outlook on how she does business.
Well, let me ask
And
you this,
yeah,
John, real quick, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I think it's, it's
yeah.
important. How do we help her discover that? Like, I mean, obviously, we know now, now she was a veteran and a mom, and but
Mhm.
also had the dancing skills of,
Yep. She
she should
loves
be
line
dancing on Saturday.
dancing.
Exactly. Yeah. But
Yeah.
how do we get her to really open up and have that conversation and start to, share what it was that made her who she was?
So this on this particular instance, the exercise is if you can't sit here and name 5 things about yourself, find your closest friend, not family member,
Yeah.
find your closest friend and ask them that very question. Who do you think I am? What are the things that I love and who do you think I am? And that's a really powerful question to ask a friend sometimes because they
No
tell you
question.
something about yourself and you're like, I didn't even
That's
think
a
about
load.
that.
Yeah, that's
You
that's
know,
that's a loaded question right
it's
there.
be prepared, you know.
You never know what it's like Forrest Gump says, right? It's a box of chocolates.
It's a
You
box of
never know
chocolates.
what you're gonna get.
Who knows what you're gonna get? But 100% ask a friend, a close friend. Ask
Yeah,
someone that, you've been around long enough and they'll tell you, you know? I guess you could ask a coworker as well because 'cause you're around them all the time,
yeah.
But that's important in marketing. What was the question that we
Well,
asked ourselves the other day was,
yeah, exactly.
if you took the words loan officer
Out of your title,
out of your
out of your
biography,
vocabulary. Yeah,
yeah, what's left? And a lot of people are that's that's the old thing when everybody goes,
right.
and, and
Hmm.
you're like, man, I'm thinking, and yeah, and that kind of was like eye opening for a lot of people when you do that in cageless because a lot of
Yeah,
people are sitting there looking at it and they get workbooks, they
yeah.
get workbooks. We take notes. We have all these different exercises. So
It's a
at the
real
beginning,
workshop. Yeah, it's a
it's
true
a
workshop.
workshop.
Well, and I want to throw something out there real quick too, because we're talking about this and how she found her why. We literally were just at that conference the other day, and Sean Kaplan was talking about his, and he was sitting down with one of the marketing branding experts in the world, Chris Doe. As anybody has the ability to sit down with him is just in for
Mhm.
you're in a great place. If Chris is sitting next to you, right? I mean,
Right.
look him up if you don't know who he is. And he's like, Chris, Chris is like, well, who are you? What are you about? And same thing, right? I'm a mortgage guy, right? And he's like, no, no, no. Who are you? Like, what do people know you for? And he said it was about that time somebody walked by behind him and they're like, hey, Cap, we're running to lunch. And he's like, what's that? What's that? He's like, oh, we're going to go to lunch later. He's like, no, no, no. What's Cap? Right. And he's like,
Uh-huh.
that's what they call me. They've been calling me that since I was a kid. I'm Cap. Right. He's like, that's your brand. Like, that's who you are. So,
That's it. That's very
yeah.
true.
And
Yeah.
that's more about branding. But, at the end of the day, like that's what we're talking about here is number one, who are you as a person? How do people know you? And then to develop the brand, who have you always been? John, you're
Right.
Big John Hinks, man. Like
That's right. Big John.
that's who you are, right?
Yeah. Slogans, Big John's got your back.
I like it.
I had to rewrite it. The other one was Big John's right behind you, and it freaked people out. So, but
Yeah, that
no,
one's a
yeah,
little
Big
creepy.
John's got your
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it. Yeah, I like it.
Well, it's I love the workshop because it's not one of those workshops where like these are the activities you have to do in order to succeed. And if
Yeah.
you want to double your numbers and all that kind of stuff,
Mm,
the number of calls you make and all that kind of stuff does have a very powerful impact in your business,
it does.
100%. But you're never going to pick up the phone and do that if you don't believe in what you're doing.
Amen.
So Cage's workshop should be done first and figuring out who you are and what you believe in doing and having confidence in it. You know, I used to pick up the phone nervous and scared, and now when I pick up the phone, I can't wait because I'm actually calling with value,
Yeah.
and that's part of the cool things that we do on a regular basis that provides value so that people don't are not scared to pick up the phone.
I love that. Something else that happened, I don't know if anybody's watching, and we've got a few people that are on right now, but when you said, I love the Cageless workshop, you lit up, man. Like you smiled. It's awesome because what I can tell, just in that one moment is how much joy it brings you to help others, right?
Yeah,
This is something
yeah.
that's special for you, man.
It is, man. I've been highs, lowest lows, and
Yeah,
it's really cool to see people kind of change their business and who they are when you do it. So I get a kick out of it, and
yeah,
I really feed into it. When we invite people to these workshops, which we're still trying to figure out how to like get the word out, because everybody's so guarded. Everybody's so like, oh, they're going to try to recruit me, or what's happening here? Or they're going to sell me something, you know? And it's really just a workshop. Like, why are you doing this? And I'm like, I want more friends. I need more friends in this business. So if we create this cool network of loan officers and real estate agents, and we're all kicking ideas with each other and we're growing together, I mean, that's all I want, because that's just going to make my branch and my company better and myself better. So like the hard part's always calling people, and they're always like, there's got to be a catch. So now I'm like, I'm like saying like, no, dude, I actually need you there. Like, please come. I need your help to show up to my event. So
it's funny you say that. I remember, you know, and this is completely off topic, but I remember when I was doing a Streamline program, and we were crediting back escrow and doing some really cool things with it to help the clients. And, you know, basically when we'd explain it to the client, they'd always go, well, how are you doing this? Everybody else can't do these Streamline things. And you guys can, and you're doing stuff that I've never heard of before. Like, what are you doing? Right. And it was the same thing. It's like, where's the catch? Right. And when I tried to explain it to them, like when I would tell they literally then and then we were like, oh, that's it. That's the catch. And it wasn't a catch, right? It was just, hey, there's premium inside of the rates that gives us the ability to do these things and make it flexible. So what we had to learn is that we had to really simplify it. So when they said, so why are you able to do it? We want your servicing. And so it just took the complication out of it. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, okay, cool. This sounds great. I'll sign right here. Right. But you're right. People are right now. They're looking for they're looking for the sell. Like, what is it that you want from me, John? Not, hey, this is a community and we're trying to help each other. And I think that's because so many people lack that abundance mindset, because there's not a lot of people in sales that have it for years and years and years. It's like, these are my secrets. Nobody can know how to do them except for me and the people that work with me. And if you don't work with me, you're dead to me. Right.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that concept of when we're growing together. And when you bring, it's like a potluck dinner, man, you go to church on Sunday and you bring the potluck, and John's got the casserole and I've got the beans and somebody else has got the rice dish and that amazing apple pie that Susie brings every time, and that's exactly what it is. Right.
I got to write that down, dude. Like, the workshop really is like a potluck dinner, and everybody brings something different, because we always pull a nugget out of them before we give a nugget to them.
Yeah.
And if I change the word nugget to potatoes, I mean, that might be even better, because I can that's actually really cool. That might be in my new script when I explain it to people. It's a potluck dinner of loan officers. Everybody brings something different. It's
and
a
agents,
true workshop.
And real estate agents.
And it's a 4-step process to get all the way to the end. So number 1 was tracking. Like, where are we, who we are, where do we want to be? We do a little bit of number stuff. We talk a little bit. I mean, like, let's be real, life-changing.
That's your
numbers.
roadmap.
That's your roadmap. And then number 2, who are we? Branding. Like, find out who we are, so that on steps number 3 and number 4, we can lean into it, So number 3 is little fun nuggets. That's when we get to talk about the cool things, acknowledgement cards and social media posts and AI and all the different things we can use to implement our marketing. It makes your life so much easier, because we find you end up finding the things that you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then step number 4 is discipline and time. So this is the cageless part. This is, in order to truly be cageless, how much of your time a day do you need to be doing these activities and to change your business? And what does that look like? So we go over blocking your time, prioritizing your time. What does your team look like so that you have the time to do these things? Okay. And then how do you find balance in all of those, which is really what cageless is to live a mortgage loan officer or real estate life where you're not chasing and your business is not running you. Right. So that's where at the end, I'm hoping everybody that attends the workshop is like
Yeah.
almost in tears going, I've been doing this wrong for a long time.
Well, I've seen it. I mean, I've seen it
Yeah.
firsthand, right? You know,
Yeah.
and then when the transformation takes place, because I think a lot of people go, man, but how can I, truly live, within time parameters? And and when you
Yeah.
break it down and you show them, how you can have the green time and the red time and where you're focused on in each one of those segments and how you can actually put that into an actual plan, that's mind blowing because we've been again, I've been in this for 23 years. You're right, or maybe 24 now, 24 years, and you're right behind me at 22 years. That's not how it's always been.
Right.
For a lot of us, it's been a chaotic lifestyle. We love it. Some of us we love the chaos, right? We're problem
Right.
solvers is by nature. That's what we are.
Yeah.
But man, sometimes we can't solve our own problem. And a lot of the times the biggest problem is that we just don't have a methodical way of doing things that gives us time back to spend with our families so that we can truly enjoy the ride. And this is one thing I talk about all the time, John, is that if you're not enjoying the ride, man, you got to do something different. You got to do
Right.
something different because we're only here for a limited period of time. And if
Right.
you're not enjoying every second of it, you got to find a different way. And I think that's what Cageless is about, right? Is to help people
That's it,
find
man.
that freedom of getting out of the cage and finding a better way.
That's it. That's exactly it, man. I mean, I was having a conversation with one of my loan officers, Kelly Taylor, at MortgageCon.
Love Kelly. Love Kelly.
And there was a group of us sitting around a table, and we were having a conversation with her. And I didn't mention it to her, but the problems that she was discussing with us were so much different than the problems she was discussing with us a year ago. The problems that she's discussing now is like, I'm not funneling my business correctly. I've got too much stuff coming in. And I'm really worried that I'm going to work past 5:30 and, like all those type of things. And how do I communicate with my team more efficiently? Because she's so damn nice. She's just so nice. The way she talks to people, you feel like you're going to rule the world because she's so nice. Almost makes me want to cry. She's so nice. So she's like, how do I communicate with my team that, I want to make sure that we do this correctly? And like those problems were so different than they were a year ago, where she was like, I can't get the 2 closings a month. I need to do this. And she had a lot of stuff going on in her world. And so she executes Cageless. It's kind of cool. The workshop that we created 3 years ago, my partner Zeddy, she grew her business to where she has 26 agents and they all implement Cageless, right? And now she's like top 5%. Her brokerage is like top 5% in the city or in our little MLS. Then one of the agents that Kelly brought to one of the events opened her own brokerage, implementing the same stuff. And now I'm watching both of these brokerages blow up, like going huge and then getting better, bigger and better. And then I'm watching these other loan officers that are implementing it. I mean, so many stories are being created, and I'm thankful that the Mortgage Giants, our little podcast, is going to be able to share those stories in the future.
I love that, man. I absolutely love it. And, that's the one thing a lot of the times people hear about the coaching programs, but they don't always see is the success stories behind it, right?
Right.
Does this really work? Is there somebody that's actually taking this and putting it to action and actually having the results that are being promised? And you've got, in fact, we should bring some of those people on the podcast and let them share their stories as to how they started and where they were lost and how they utilized this system and this program to get there. And so one thing I'd love to do, and I'm running it across the bottom of the screen, but you're going to be doing some live events. And I know, at some point in time, I'm going to be joining you on some of these live events as well. But these are not just live on the web. These are going to be live in person, right? So talk a little bit about that. Like, what is the game plan for Cageless this year? What is that going to look like?
So right now we have, I think, 6 scheduled. But they're all in person. So we're going to the actual city to do that. I like the in-person feel.
Yeah.
But we are going to begin executing some virtual classes as well, so that, people that are not able to get to those cities or want to be in that area can participate. It'll have a little bit of a different feel. I'm an in-person guy.
I do.
I like ending Cageless and we're like, all right, who wants to go have lunch? You know what I mean? So, I mean, food, but,
Food. Feed us.
Feed us.
Mortgage Giants.
February 18th, we're in Greensboro, and then we're going to be in Raleigh the very next day. And then in March, we're going to do Greenville and Charleston, South Carolina. And then in April, we're going to do Charlotte. And then in May, we're going to do Johnson City and Knoxville, Tennessee. And we're open to more areas. I know Nashville's coming, and I know we have Orlando coming. Some folks down in Florida have asked us to come down there, so we're going to do Orlando.
And we're talking guys come out here to Dallas too.
I was about to say Dallas is going to be on it, but I think Dallas, one of our dreams, Devin, is to do a big event, like a 2-day event. And Dallas is going to be probably the location we'll pick. Dallas and one other location, possibly maybe Charlotte, where we have a big event. And that's where we're really going to get down and dirty with it and have experts in different fields come in and really give different perspectives. But I think they'll want those perspectives to be outside of the mortgage market and outside of the real estate market, different perspectives.
I love that. Yeah. Love that. Well, and guys, you're seeing it run across the bottom of the screen, but if you're watching, or if you're watching this later and you're like, man, I'd love to see about those events, or I'd love to get on the wait list for the webinar stuff that's going to be coming out, just go to the website, becageless.com, becageless.com, and you can find access to jump right on a wait list, right? And, we maybe come to a city near you soon. Until then, you can pop on the podcast and see us, every week. The plan for this one is every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central. You can catch John and I here. Or like I said, jump on the wait list or go join one of the face-to-face events. John will be there, and I'll be at some of these as well. In addition to that, if you can't get enough, we also do a live show Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central. And that's the MLOliveshow.com. That's hosted by Scotty Hudspeth. I'm on the show. John's on the show, Coach Rick Koenig. And we're bringing in top tier people every single week to share things, not to mention just the cool toys that Scott's been building. I might have built a few cool toys too that we're giving away for free just to help level up people in the industry. We lead with an abundance mindset. There's no tricks or gimmicks here. We just want to help you get better and build a community of people that can help each other with that potluck, right? And show up with those special ingredients when mixed all together, just make for an amazing, amazing business. And that's, I like to say this, John, because I think for a few years there, this industry wasn't fun for a lot of people. And we're trying to make it more just fun again, right? Like we want to make it fun to be in the industry. We want to make it fun for our clients. And we want to grow each other and the people that are around us, to just create great successes and also provide amazing service, right? I think it's important to make sure that we look at who our clients are, our agents and our borrowers that are out there that want to know, who can I trust, right? Who can I trust? Who's the right person to lean into? And what's that experience going to look like? So
I love fun. Your whole everything is better when you're having fun. The way you talk to people, the way you feel when you're at work, you get more stuff done when you're having fun. Just fun. I like that word.
Well, guys, I think this is probably going to close it out. John, any closing statements before we wrap up today?
Nah, man, I'm excited for the Mortgage Giants. What a great, I'm going to give you all credit on that. The logo looks cool. I can't wait for the t-shirts. That's going to be awesome.
They're coming.
Bro, I'm very excited to do this with you. That's my closing statement.
My man. Well, I'm pumped to do this too, and I'm pumped to bring all kinds of value to the folks that take the time to tune in. We have to give away some free t-shirts. Hey, if you'd like the idea of getting a free t-shirt, comment. Let us know, right? Let us know. In fact, I'll tell you what, why don't we do this? If you want a free t-shirt, go over to John's page on since I have your Insta, let's just do Instas today. Go over to John's page at Big John Hinks on Instagram and follow John. And then go over to my page on Insta, which is pretty simple. It's just my name at Devin Dubuc. Okay. Follow me and then just mark in the comments t-shirt. And if you follow it on both pages, we'll put you into a drawing and we'll send out a t-shirt. So love to get you guys back here and love to show you what John and I want to bring to this industry. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. John, let's have fun, man. Let's keep having fun.
Love it.
All right, guys. Well, we will catch you on the next one. We're your mortgage giants. I'm Devin Dubuc.
I'm John Hinks.